What do you think about the U.S. Mexico meeting this afternoon regarding the tariffs? Should they be been implemented? And why is a tariff being used to address an immigration issue? You've been in government. What's your take?
Well, I think there is a great concern that the president is using non-trade tariffs, rather a trade tariff for a non-trade issue. So right now, I think, the Mexican peso is already depreciated about 3%, so 5% immediately wouldn't be a big hit. But to a Texan like me and other folks, this could really upset the apple cart. And I think the president is now getting some blowback from his own party. Whether or not it will reach critical mass, I don't know. The Mexicans clearly would like to take care of this, but they're a proud people, and at some point they may bow up their back.
You know, being in government, you were head of a very important chair of a very important committee. I guess at the end of the day, the federal government is taxed with all issues regarding borders and immigration. Why is it that Congress has forced the president to use these strange methods to get their attention on immigration issues? Is it that Congress just doesn't like the president, or is their take on what's coming over the border just doesn't raise a priority issue with them?
Well, I think, Rick, that the presidential election starts earlier every single election cycle, and regardless of what you think about the impeachment case, whatever side you are on that, it's very hard to work with the president when you're trying to impeach him. And then again, for decades, both parties, Democrats and Republicans both, have issued more and more power to the executive branch, and they shouldn't be surprised when the executive branch uses the powers that they gave them. And the president, the administration, may use those powers in ways that Congress may not have intended, may not like, but the bottom line is Congress gave them those powers.
Yeah, but the bleed-through goes both ways, and that's the irony here. While Congress is pretending they're sort of the executive branch is sort of pretending it's Congress. I mean, whether it was the last administration or this administration, executive orders aren't uncommon, but the use and the areas they're being applied are in your final half minute. So until we get through the election cycle, all these festering issues just continue at bay, and there's no need to address them? Your final thought.
Well, there is a need to address them, and there will have to be some vote on the debt ceiling, some vote on the spending bill, where a lot of legislative matters, unfortunately, get crammed into one. No way to run a railroad. But, Rick, you hit on a very important point, and that is, are we really seeing three co-equal branches of government anymore, as we see to some extent an erosion of legislative power that has been yielded to the executive branch, and particularly the bureaucracies and the administration that act without accountability and act without facing elections? This is a problem.